Hey, I'm Scott. If you've watched some of the previous videos, I've been showing you bits and pieces that I've done on the camper trailer that I built just in the shed at home. No qualifications, just had a crack. I thought I'd show you something a bit different and show you some of the shed built bits and pieces I've done on my Nissan Patrol. So let's have a crack. So we've got a 03 GU Patrol, just a ZD30 3 litre. Done what I need it to do. With a few bits and pieces done to the motor, it's makes reasonable power and it seems to be pretty reliable, so can't complain. Since we're at the front here, we'll have a look at this bash guard I put together not long ago. Anyone that's got a Patrol, they've probably noticed the bash guard under the radiator support isn't much chop, so made this one up out of some 3mm plate. It's got bracing in behind, you can't really see, but there is some pretty heavy duty bracing in there just to make up for the fact that it's only 3mm plate, and just a bit of a turn down there with braces on it as well. It's done a little bit of off-roading since putting that in and hasn't shown any failure. The roof rack itself, I actually made that from scratch. Pretty simple, just with a pipe bender. Made my own gutter brackets and everything, and the recovery tracks, they just hang on these little hooks that's bracketed to the back of the rack there, and there's another one that comes through with a lock on it so they don't fall off and no one can take them off. The rear bar, made that quite a few years ago out of necessity more than anything, because the Patrols are pretty renowned for the big door on the back gets a crack in it right where the glass starts there, from the weight of the spare tyre that's normally bolted to that. Mine was starting to show some cracking, so I thought I'd get that off of there. It's just got an axle and bearing assembly that you can buy from most custom off-road places, but everything I made myself on this bar, besides utilising the original spare tyre bracket there and just welded it onto the frame that I'd made. It's got a removable reverse light. I can actually undo this and slip the pipe up off the tyre carrier and use it as a spotlight or a searchlight or whatever you might want to use it for. Plenty of ground clearance. It's well braced. It's braced back to the chassis in a couple of places. It's just got a bully liner. I've just recently painted all the bar work with the tub liner from Super Cheap. Haven't really tested that enough to say whether it's any good or not. And a ladder going up to the roof, which that ladder has actually saved that rear corner quite a few times. In the back here, if you're lucky enough to have way too many kids like I do, it's a bit hard to do a decent draw system, because I need all the seats in this car. So I've done what I can in there, and I've just made a very short draw system for the necessities. So we've got batteries, tyre repair kit, electrical repair kit, multimeter, zip ties, all those bits and pieces you need every day when you're off-road. There's a box of random drill bits and driver bits and all sorts of stuff in there. Bottom drawer, bit hard to do with one hand. Get it out. Just got a impact driver, a drill and a blower, and that kit is some impact tools for the driver and a little vise. Anyone that's had to repair anything out in the bush knows how handy it is just to have a little vise to hold something for you. Standard sort of toolbox. I've got all my spanners, actually sewed up some canvas bags to stop them rattling around and keep them in order, keep them so that I know what I've got and where it is. And sockets are in that one, all different variety of sockets, and just your random bits and pieces you need at the top there. And in behind here I've got recovery bag, little 12 volt pump. It's probably due for replacement, but it still works, so it's still there. And there's another zip up bag here that's absolutely chockers full of patrol bits and pieces. It's got a spare tensioner and hose clamps, and just here on the big door we've got a fold down table. I'm sure there's some ideas that you guys can get from this. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you haven't seen my other videos, have a look. I've gone into a little bit of depth so far. There's still more to show on the camper trailer. Hope you enjoyed.